Hello, this is a short overview of our last English class in which I will briefly cover the syllabus, our first assignment, and Sakai. My name is Mr. De Jesus. This is listed at the top of the syllabus, and my email address can also be found there. So can the text, the books that we will need, Rules for Writers, 8th edition only, and They Say, I Say. You can get a 3rd edition of this or the 2nd edition. There's also a PDF version of it on Sakai, which I will show you later. In terms of attendance, you can miss 5 classes before you are dropped. Ways to be marked absent include missing more than 15 minutes of class time, sleeping in class, or being asked to leave due to a conduct issue, and also using a computer device in class, which includes your phone. You can be late to class only 3 times. After this, each tardy will result in a 3-point drop from your final grade. We're mostly going to be writing essays in here. A peer-reviewed draft is something that will be due each week. It's just a draft of one of our essays, and we will have one of these due this coming Wednesday. So on Wednesday, be sure to submit a typed printed version of this draft, okay? You cannot print this draft in the classroom, even if it's before class. Instead, print it from home, or you can go to the library to print this. In terms of conduct, again, no cell phones, no media devices, no food. In terms of conversation, we should stay on topic and use respectful behavior. All right. This syllabus can be found on Sakai. When you go to Sakai, just click on your class. On the side panel here, click on Syllabus. Here you'll find the syllabus, the long version, as well as the short version, and a digital version of one of our books, They Say, I Say. In order to access these files, just click on the arrow and you'll find the link here. Also, if you click on weekly lessons here, you'll find our lessons for each week. Last week, week 1, is listed here. This is what we did in class. Homework is listed here. And we'll have a quiz that you'll have to study for. I'll go over objective and subjective. I'm going to drop this question too. I'll go over the 4 parts of a response paragraph. And these questions here could be found in the They Say, I Say book. Questions 4 through 7 can be found in the intro, and question 8 can be found in chapter 12. So our homework for Wednesday is just to study for this quiz and to print out a draft of your writing, which is covered in this assignment handout. So if you click on that, you'll be able to go over this. I've got a copy here. It consists of 2 pages. Okay. The second page is a sample paragraph, sample writing from a student. The first paragraph goes over what's required in these paragraphs. So There's two kinds of paragraphs in here that we'll be writing. The first one is an experience paragraph, you could say. Here you're going to objectively describe some experience, whether it's significant or not. In the second paragraph, and all the paragraphs after that, you're going to write a response paragraph in which you give a opinion on your experience. Each paragraph should run at least half a page. So the first paragraph here then, you're simply describing your experience. And again, be objective. That means you keep your opinions out. Second paragraph is your opinion paragraph. Okay? And it consists of these four parts. These are the four parts that are referenced in the quiz. The first part is topic sentence. You'll need a topic sentence that states your opinion and gives a reason. And here we have two examples. Okay? People sometimes get upset with their partners. This is the opinion. And the reason is here, because they have had a stressful day. The second part of the response paragraph is an example. It's an example from your life, something you've witnessed or something that's hypothetical that could be used to support the opinion and reason in the topic sentence. The third part of the response paragraph, just tell the reader how he or she should understand the example. How does this example relate to your opinion and your reason? It's not enough to just state the example. And finally, you're going to give us another point of view on your opinion. It's an opinion. That means that some people out there disagree with it or have another perspective on it. If you could share that with us here and respond to that perspective. Second paragraph, or the second page, you'll find a sample of these two paragraphs. First paragraph here is a description of a person's experience. There's no real opinion listed in here. In the second paragraph, the person picks one aspect of the first paragraph to respond to. This person decides to respond to this issue of being late to the show. That's how the second paragraph begins. It just begins with a reference to the aspect of the paragraph being responded to. Then the first main part of the paragraph begins here. This is the topic sentence. It begins with an opinion and then offers a reason. After that, we have an example. I think this example actually runs to here. Okay. Whether this is a good example or not is a debatable point. What's important to notice here, though, is that this person uses a transition, for example, to highlight their example. After that, we have the interpretation. This person attempts to make sense of the example for the reader. Begins here. It starts with a transition, and it runs to here. And finally, we have the other point of view. The word sure is used as a transition here. The other point of view is given, and a response is offered as well. So when we grade these paragraphs, we're going to be checking for these various parts. Okay? So your assignment for next week is to describe an experience in a half page, and to write one half page response to some aspect of your paragraph. Then write a second response to some other aspect, and a third response to a third aspect. For example, in this, the first response refers to his business of being late and being upset. A second response could refer to the feedback problems that they had. A third opinion might refer to, the instruments, the fiddle player. You could respond to any aspect of this paragraph. That would be fine. So again, do have these 4 paragraphs finished before next Wednesday. Bring a printed draft to class, and also be sure to study for this quiz. Just to review the quiz again, we've covered the 4 parts of a response paragraph. We're going to drop this question here. And in terms of the difference between objective and subjective, it just refers to that first and second paragraph that we covered. Objective means something that has no opinion. Subjective refers to something that has an opinion in it. If you have any more questions, just email me. My email can be found on the syllabus, at the very top.